Hello, my name is David VanNorden and I live in New York. My presentation today is on the evolution of the comedic genre. Comedy has been not only one of the most popular forms of entertainment, but also a vehicle for social and cultural commentary, according to Patrick Keane. It all starts with silent film in the 20s, when the movement of actors had to be overtly comical, due to the fact that there was no audible dialogue. Stars of the silent era included Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. This era was also called slapstick. Then, with the introduction of sound in the late 20s, early 30s, there were some actors who were able to make the transition successfully, like Laurel and Hardy and Greta Garbo. The films were a mixture of physical comedy and clever dialogue. During this era, comedy groups started to form like the Marx Brothers. Some good movies of this era are It Happened One Night, Duck Soup, and Way Out West. Comedy played a great part in deflecting people from the Great Depression that was going on. Then World War II happened. After the war, there was a decline in Hollywood, thus beginning the downfall of the major Hollywood studio, which became evident with the Consent Decree of 1948, which ruled that movie studios could no longer own theaters. As people moved away from the city after World War II, a new medium of entertainment was growing, and that was the television. By this time, there was a new style of comedy film developing, and that was the romantic comedy. In the 50s, we have films like The 7-Year Itch, which came out in 1955 starring Marilyn Monroe, and in the 60s with The Apartment starring Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine. The romantic comedy, or rom-com, tend to be centered around ideas of true love to overcome obstacles. Next, we have the 70s, which were a great time for comedies. During this era, we are introduced to the spoof. A spoof is a work that is created to imitate the style and look of many other films. Some popular titles of the spoof or parody genre are Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail. A pivotal moment in the comedy industry was the premiere of Saturday Night Live in 1975, reinvigorating America's need to watch television. Comedians such as Richard Pryor, Jim Belushi, and Steve Martin, who found their start in stand-up, will go on to prosper in the film industry. The 80s and 90s saw renewed interest in romantic comedy, with films like Pretty in Pink starring Molly Ringwald, Sleepless in Seattle directed by Nora Ephron, and The Wedding Singer directed by Frank Caricci. The 2000 and later 2010s introduced the idea of outrageous characters, with films by actors like Mike Myers in Goldmember and Will Ferrell in Anchorman, where the centerpiece of the film was surround a character that partakes in outrageous and unusual behavior. In conclusion, comedy has always been more than just a way to pass time. Comedy is interwoven into the fabric of everyday existence. We had historically used comedy to soothe some of society's harsh times, whether it be the Great Depression to World War II. Comedy has played a major role in being an escape for the ills of society. Going forward, I see comedy as continuing its role in being an outlet for creative expression and a vehicle that facilitates change. Thank you.